Right, so there we go. Right, so hey everyone, and welcome back to another budget photography video. So, no. Right, right, so hey everyone, and welcome back to another budget photography video. So, this is the Canon Isaac 132, a 16 megapixel point and shoot camera. Is it any good in 2021? Why don't we find out? When was the Canon Isaac released? So, why don't we go into some of its history? This was for so why don't we go into some of its history? It was first released in 2011. So why don't we go into some of its specs? It has, as I said, 16 megapixels, a CCD 16. So why don't we go into some of its specs? Well, it has a 16 megapixel CCD image. So, as I so, why don't we go into some of its specs? So, why don't we go into... why don't we go into some of its specs? It has a 16 megapixel CCD image sensor. It can shoot 720p. Yes, 720p video. It's not the best, if I'm brutally honest. Although it does have three, yes, count them, 3 stops of fuck. Although it does have 3, yes, 3 stops of image stabilization. Yes, count them, that is 3, believe it or not. So if you really wanted, you could use this as a vlogging camera. I mean, I wouldn't really want to know why, but you can vlog with this camera. .28 to 224 millimeters. Now, it does have an 8 times optical zoom, which is pretty good, even for when it was released back in 2011. This is 8 times. It goes from about 28 millimeters to about 224, roughly. Although it can zoom in even more with digital zoom, but I wouldn't recommend that at all, because digital zoom is just zooming in on the image, and yeah, it's horrible. It falls apart. But what I do want to remind you is the fact that we now have phones that have 5 and even 10 times optical zoom. Yes, it's still not very good, but image processing has come a very, very, very long way. So it's down to you, really. And plus, if you pay for this, you get 8K recording, whereas this is only 720p. But the 8K isn't too good. Although the 4K is pretty good on this, I must say. Now for all now for all of you semi-pro photographers that want to use this, now for all of you little editing bugs that want to color grade your images, you're not going to be able to, because unfortunately this only shoots JPEGs. Blech. Who uses JPEGs anymore. Even phones support some sort of DNG file, which isn't very good, but it's still a raw format. Although, but if I covered its ISO, it has an ISO. It has an Wait, what was it? ISO 100 to 1600. Okay. It has an ISO of 100 to 1600, so low light shots, but it does have a shutter speed of 15 seconds to 1 over 100. 15 seconds to B-roll. 15 seconds to 1 over 2,000th of a second. So in dark areas, you could get a decent long exposure if you have this on a tripod. Why you'd have this on a tripod? I mean, it has got a tripod mount, but I don't really know why you'd have it on a tripod. But if you put it on a tripod, that's down to you, really. Now, handling that... Now, handling... Wait. When the hell did that come out? Fuck. I see, this is the amount of research I need to do. When did the Canon Digic 4 processor come out? When did the Canon Digic 4 image processor come out? Now, now this does have a Digic... Now, handling all of that information is the Digic 4 processor. Now, handling all of that image data is the image processor. Unfortunately, it's a 2013 Digic 4. Not a very good processor, not a very good set of lenses, and not a very good image sensor. But there is one upside to this camera, and that is the SD card. Look. It has SD card support. Full SD card support, right there. Look at that. Phones don't even have micro SD card anymore. So if you want SD card, if you want a camera that has an SD card, then buy this. I'm being sarcastic, of course. Unfortunately, the Canon Isaac 132 is not really very good at all. Unfortunately, the dynamic range sucks, the image processing sucks, the image... So, unfortunately, the Canon Isaac 132 sucks. Everything about it is bad. Sorry, I'm twiddling on my chair. I'll stop because it's probably distracting you. Everything about the image processing just sucks. The image sucks. The processing speed sucks. The quality, and just use your phone. Even iPhones have 12 megapixels, which, yes, is less than this. But it's going to look better. I picked this up last year for my 4-year-old for about £27 here in the UK from Computer Exchange, and that is really all it's good for. If it wasn't for the fact that I had a 4-year-old, I wouldn't have even brought this. But he likes it. So if you're looking for one for your children that you don't really want them to break, then buy this camera. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me in this video. See you in the next one.